Hi everybody. I got a shiny new Prima mat. Isn't that fancy schmancy? I'll probably get it filthy tonight. How is everybody? Give everybody some time to log in and yeah, my other mat's pretty bad. I'll even pull it out. Hold on. This is the sad mat and the happy mat. Oh, I just got home from Prima trying to eat my dinner, but I don't think that's going to happen. I bought 3 mats because I know this isn't going to last very long. I don't know what is with the lighting in here. It's looking pretty bad though. That's not helping it at all. What's wrong? Shoot. That helps a little, yeah? Okay. Everybody says hi from Prima. I told him I had a live with Prima tonight. Palm wouldn't let me get out of there. I was almost too late. Hi. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating some of these cute little boxes. I look like heck, but we'll go roll with that. I figured these would be really cute to make for the holiday season, for Easter, spring break, and I know teachers' gifts are coming up soon with the end of the year of school already kind of inching in there. I cannot believe it, which means I'll just have my kids 3 months longer anyway, so it doesn't really matter with me, but so we're going to make a couple of these. I want to do a bright and colorful one like this one here. And then we're going to do more of a vintage looking one with another box that I have. So the box I just found at my Michael's. You can get them at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, anywhere that sells the little wood pieces. It's thin little piece. This is the front of this one. And then we're going to be using the sprays and markers, all that happy stuff. Okay. Yeah, these would be cute to put birthday gifts in. I mean, you don't even have to put like a card. Just write your little sentiment in the inside of the box. Put the gift in, and then you have a little present inside of a present. Cute. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and point the camera back down. I don't know why we are so dark tonight. Does that brighten it up at all? Not really. All right. Here's some of the supplies we're going to be using. On the original one, I used vintage, what is this called? Music paper. Music sheet paper. But on my the two tonight, I'm going to actually use our nice little paintables by IOD. And we're going to use a couple of the big ones to use as backs to cover our little box. Isn't that cute? Cute, cute, cute. So we're going to be using these, and I'll give you item numbers as I go. That way we kind of keep track of them. All right. Okay. First things first, we're going to go ahead and spray our little handy dandy box. Okay. So I don't make too big of a mess, and we're going to use our color blooms, of course. Our color bloom sprays. Oh, shoot. Oh, I am recording. I didn't think I pushed that button. Okay. Make sure you kind of take the stickers off before you start this project, which I forgot to do. Dagnabbit. I'll have to go in later and, oh, this one's coming off kind of easy. Ooh, I lucked out. Look at that. All right, we'll have to work on that one. Okay, we'll copy this one first. So we'll do this box. And the colors I'm using on this box are the Peony. And anybody that took my art adventure class will laugh because I was pronouncing it wrong. I was pronouncing it wrong, and everybody thought it was so funny. I was saying Peony. I know, hilarious. All right, so with our color bloom sprays, this is Peony. I'm just going to shake that up and make sure the agitator gets all of that glimmer out of the bottom. I'm just going to spray right onto my box. I'm not priming this because I want the box to be able to soak up that color and mist. I'm getting messy already. Dagnabbit. Hold on. I had a piece of paper that... there we go. Okay, let's use this as a little backer for a second. Just a second so I don't get it all over my camera. Spray all the way around. I'm going to spray the top. I'll have to go back over it and get the... Okay. I'm going to hit this with the heat gun. I want the glimmer to stay. I don't want to dab a lot of it off, so I'm just going to grab my heat gun and heat set it. Yeah, it's balsa wood. The boxes are balsa wood. You can find them at any of your craft stores. They're really lightweight. And inexpensive. You just keep drying this. The balsa wood doesn't suck the glimmer up quite as quickly as like regular wood because it is thinner. And you'll see it will warp the box just a tad bit, but it's still usable. You don't even really notice it. Okay. And now that I got this label wet, it'll probably come off a lot easier. If you spray these labels just with a little wet water, or a little wet water, a little water, they come off a lot easier. Okay. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to go ahead and spray the top. And actually, this one, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave the top blank because I don't want to put too much moisture on the top before I put my paper and my gel medium on. So I'm going to leave this plain. And with a paintbrush, I'm going to go ahead and take, let's see, what color should I use? I'm going to take Summer Sky. It's a little different color than I used originally. I used a paint pen on the sides, but I want to show you how you could just take a paintbrush and go ahead and paint these on as well. Find a clean paintbrush. That's a task in itself, huh? Okay. You just take your little lid off. I'm going to dip that right in. I probably didn't, I didn't shake this up enough, but that's okay. I'm just going to paint right around the edge. All pretty like. Easy peasy. color blooms have really nice coverage. The shimmer's nice and bold, but if you don't shake, and the nice thing is, okay, there is a ton of shimmer in these bottles, but if you don't shake them all the way, you still have a nice, pretty color, and you don't have to worry about, if you don't shake it, you're not going to get anything to cover your piece of, or your project. Also, there's enough shimmer in here that you can get 2 or 3 bottles of shimmer out of one bottle. That is what I like. Because believe me, I've already gone through a few bottles myself. Okay. All right, so we have the sides covered all the way around. Ooh, ah, right? All right. Let me get some water, clean my brush. Okay, put that aside. Next, what we're going to do, okay, I'm done with this ring, so we'll move this out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and take one of our large printables, or the paintables, I'm sorry, the paintables, and the item number on this one is 813963. And we're just going to take one of the larger ones. And let's do, I'll do this one. I'm just going to flip it over. I'm going to outline it so I know where to cut. All of my goodies are in the other room. I've been home-sitting in the living room to draw lately. That's bad when you have a nice, perfectly good room to use and you don't use it. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut that out with a pair of scissors. And I'm not painting this one because we are going to be putting a stamp over the top of it, but you could definitely use your sprays to paint these in. If you guys did not see, Josie and Sally, hold on, the IOD girls did a great tutorial on Facebook, or on Prima's blog this last week, so if you guys did not see it, make sure you go and do that. Okay. So we just keep cutting around. I'm being too precise because in a second here I'm just going to glue it on and then use my comfort craft tool to trim the edges anyways. But let's get as close as possible. Okay. So we're going to take that. I'm going to take actually my gel medium. Oh. And you can also use matte medium as well if you don't have gel or matte medium. Here's my matte. I think this bad boy's drying out a little bit. I think it's about seen its day. Okay, just going to take a little bit of gel medium. Oh yeah. It's about a goner. It is a goner. Hold on. Let me add some water. If your gel medium is a little heavy and it's dried out a little bit, go ahead and add a little bit of water to the tub and let it sit for a little bit, probably a day or two, and it should loosen it back up a little, get a little longer life out of it. Oh, not on the new mat. Okay, I'm just kind of covering this as much as I can. Okay. And the gel medium I'm using is Golden. I love their stuff. Very good quality and it lasts a long time. Okay, so I have my little card. I'm going to put it right down here. Push really well. Gel medium does the same thing at when it's used this way as Mod Podge does. It's just a little heavier base. Okay, Now I'm going to take my Comfort Craft tool, my distressing tool. It's hiding. See, that's what happens when you clean your room. Don't clean your room. Okay, because then you don't have anything, and it's a big mess to try to find stuff. That's what I'm sticking to that story. So I have a little edge hanging over, just a little bit. So I'm just going to take my little tool, and against the edge, I'm just going to go and rasp downwards and get all the extra little paper off. And it gives a nice, perfect finish. Isn't that awesome? I love it. Love it, love it. Just keep going all the way around the edge. See, I'm giving you all an excuse not to clean your rooms. My kids probably wish I did the same thing to them. Okay, almost done. Got a couple other little edges on this side. I dipped it in the wet paper towel and it picked up some of the color. That's okay. Okay. Alright, so we have the extra off. And now I'm going to take one of my chalkings. Just any, doesn't matter. I want to add a little, I guess, tinge of distress on top. Just around the edge. Not a lot. Not a whole lot. Okay. And I need another paintbrush. That is clean. I'm going to take a little bit of water and just kind of blend that out a little bit, the chalk ink out a little bit. Soften my edges up so they don't look quite so dark. Okay. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and stamp one of our girls. And I'm going to grab a piece of paper. And our little Bloom girl we're going to use first is this one right here. How many have gotten your Bloom girl stamps? How many? How many? I hope you guys are loving the stamps. I am so excited to see all the creations you guys have been creating with them. All the goodies you guys have been making. Just blow me away. I love it. Love it, love it. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's get a piece of paper. Come on, Jamie. Ah! The dreaded white paper. Stupid paper. Okay. So I'm gonna kind of stamp it up here. I don't want my camera to get too dark. These are the Bloom Girl stamps. If you have not seen the Bloom Girl stamps, if you guys are new to my shows or Live with Prima, these are my Bloom Girl stamps that I created for Prima. They came out in January. Currently, I believe they are sold out at Prima, but there's a lot of stores that have them in stock or are getting them in stock. So these are the 5 that I've created. I actually have 5 more coming in this summer. Shh, I'm not supposed to tell you that. But these are the first 5, and they all have little special names. If you look on my artist page on Facebook, it's under Jalen Scraps. You could find the names, and you can find different projects that people have created and myself have created with them. And they're a lot of fun. So I hope you guys check those out. And if you do, make sure if you do make stuff with them, to tag me on Facebook or something so I can see them and post them on my artist page. I love sharing your guys' work. Okay, back to the project. I'm going to go ahead and use my chalk ink and the paper. Oh, the paper I'm stamping on, this is just white sketching paper. Okay, just plain white paper because I'm not going to do a lot to it. So I'm just using regular old white drawing paper for this one. It just needs to be thick enough you can't see through it. I might need a new ink pad. Dark Bark is the ink I'm using right now. I've pretty much worn this one out because it is my favorite. So I'm going to just flip her over, stamp her down. I'm not using a brick. I'm just going to press her down. You can use a stamping block. I'm not the best stamper. I will tell you that right now. Okay. And I got a little bit in here, but we're going to be covering some of this up with flowers anyways. So good to cover up oopses. So I'm going to cut her out. I want to be able to get 2 boxes done. I don't know if we'll be able to. I'm just rough cutting to get rid of some of the extra paper. And now I'm going to go in and fussy cut her out. Now I found out if you get the new Brother Scan and Cut machine that you can put in and scan the stamp and then put it in and you can have it cut it out for you. Oh my word. How easy would that be? That would save me so much time. I think I need one. You can even put a margin, like if you don't want it right up against your stamp, you could put it like 1/4, 1/2 inch, I guess. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool little tool, especially for stampers. Okay. And those who don't like fussy cutting. And those who want to make their own die or their own cuts. Okay, let's see. Making our way around. And I'm using like the worst scissors to friggin' fussy cut with. I could use my knife, which I should be doing. I already started this way. Now her, we're not going to do any coloring on today. We're just going to put her down just as she is. You don't have to color these girls in. You could just stamp and go. There's so much detail on them. I use them just plain on a manila tag as a thank you little note. You could put them on a nice crisp white card as a thank you card. So many different ways you can use these stamps. Some of the ladies have been using them in their art journals and their scrapbook pages. I love it. Love it, love it. Okay. This is not the neatest because we'd be here all night if I did that. You don't want to be here all night. My Bloom girls. Have you seen the newest like art piece Bloom girl I've been working on? Who thinks that one should become a stamp? She's Mary Antoinette-ish. That's kind of what inspired these little stamps is my actual art stuff. And we shrunk them down and made them so everyone can use them. Make their own pieces of art with them. Okay, almost done. Oh, I'm trying. Any questions while I'm cutting? Thank you. Well, I'm zoning everybody out. All right, finally. I'm going to cut some of this off so once we get her positioned on the lid, we can figure out where to cut it. Okay. They are out now. They have been out since January. Check with your local store if you don't have. I know some of the online stores have them. Scrapbook.com. I don't know if Blue Moon got the stamps in, but they have the rest of the collection in. So there is another. There's an art journal. There's so many different other things that you can also use in the collection. Okay, so I kind of drew my little lines down here, or kind of pressed to see where I wanted to cut this. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. And you don't have to use the whole image on your project. Like this one, I'm cutting part of her off, which is completely fine. You're thinking, well, this may not fit on a tag perfectly, or, you know, it's not quite small enough. You could always just add bits and pieces of them, which is nice. Oh, I got pink on her face. My hands are dirty. Dagnabbit! My computer went dark. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to see something. Okay, while I have you guys, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a few little announcements while we're working. Next class, Sharon is going to be on Tuesday. Sharon hasn't been on in a while, yeah? She's going to be on Tuesday, March 18th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. She's going to create a canvas, which is going to be awesome, of course. And before I'm done tonight, I'll show you guys one of my Art Venture projects for Canada. Art Venture Canada. We are going to be there April 11th through the 13th. There's still time and still room to sign up. So you guys make sure you sign up. We're going to have a weekend full of classes. It's in Cornwall, Ontario. And we have a whole weekend set up for you guys. We have classes. We have 6 classes for you. I'm going to use the matte gel medium. This one has a shiny finish. When I'm done, this one will have a matte finish, but I'm going to use this because my gel medium is really dried out. We'll be waiting here all day for me to smother it all over the cover. So we'll use the matte. It's the same idea. It just gives a matte finish instead of glossy, which some people like more anyways than the high gloss. So I'm just going to put it on the back of my paper, of my stamped image, and the back of my lid. Okay, back to Art Venture. So it's Lemoore, Carrie, and I. We're going to have 6 classes. Each of us are going to be teaching 2 classes. We're going to have, shopping, and we're going to have, I believe there's a crop that weekend. The price of the event includes your room, food, classes, everything. The whole kit and caboodle is included in the cost, which is really nice. Okay, so I'm going to line her back up, and I'm going to put another layer of the matte right over the top of her. Okay. You want to give her a little bit of pressure. Now, I would suggest don't cover it too much because sometimes the chalk ink will run a little bit. It'll smudge. You could also use like an archiver's ink or something like that. I just wanted to give you guys that little warning. It kind of softens her up a little bit though, which is nice. Okay, so she's down. Make sure you kind of give pressure. If you don't have enough medium underneath, it'll kind of bubble on you, so you can kind of lift it up a little bit if you have to. Add a little bit more, press it back down. Okay, and to find the link for Art Venture Canada, go ahead and go to Prima's Facebook page, and Carrie will probably list it here. And we're going to have a lot of fun. Make sure. I don't want you guys to miss it. And sign up for Saturday or Sunday. Includes all classes and food. So you can contact Denny for like a 1-day set of classes. That's new, you guys. You can contact Denny at it's Denny at Prima Marketing Inc. And he could set you up for 1-day passes as well. And that's for food and classes. Okay, so we have that down. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another little layer, stamped layer. And we're going to use my little cling stamps that come in the set. And this little set's got, let's see, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 stamps. 8 little stamps in this one little set. Try to get a little closer view of that. Come on, focus. So we have one of our little girls. We have Inspire, Create. There's a little flower. We have Explore, and then we have the feathers up top. And the feathers are what we're going to go ahead and use. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp a couple of these. Let me find a block for these guys. They're a little too hard to stamp without a block. Is that a good one? This one's a good one. Okay. So we have our little stamps. I'm going to grab a couple of our, actually, where is, I need a chalk ink. There it is. It's hiding from me. I'm going to take the outline. There's one solid. This one would be a solid stamp. And then you have 2 outline stamps. So I'm going to take the 2 outline stamps and use those. Okay. So we're just going to take our chalk ink, stamp those down. Really easy, easy. I'm going to do a few of them. Okay. Use up my little piece of paper. I'll do one. Let's do one more. Just a little skinny one. See if I can fit it on here. Oh, yeah. All right. So we have our little guy stamped. And I'm going to take a pen, those marker pens I was talking to you about. If I can get to them. Let's see. That one. Hopefully they work for me today. I haven't used them in a while. And that one. So there's a lot of different brands of paint markers out. I use quite a few of them. You could even use a blank, like a empty paint pen, and add like a liquid-based acrylic paint to them, in them. Like Golden has a fluid acrylic, high flow acrylic that you could put in these pens that'll work as well. You also have Montana's paint pens. They're an acrylic pen. Crink makes a good one. We're going to use these tonight. And I just started using Mulatto's acrylic paint pens. I've been working on a pair of tennis shoes, and these have been working really awesome. So I may have to try them on the wood or stuff a little bit later. So I'm just going to go ahead and take these 2 and kind of color those in. Add a little bit of color to them. You can even use a Copics or colored pencils, whatever you have on hand really is whatever you want to use. That one's not going to work. Let's use my Copics that are sitting right here next to me. That I never used. I haven't used this set. They're felt left out. That's another thing I love about the Bloom Girls. There's so many different elements you can color in with them. I love it. I love it. Let's do this little skinny guy. Okay. And we'll do this kind of yellow color too. And more cutting. But that's the last of the cutting. Where's my other scissors? Ones that aren't like the size of my head. Art thing again. The problem with homeschooling, yeah, your kids end up walking away with half your supplies. So I'm just going to cut these out real quick. It doesn't have to be, I mean, perfect. I'm going to give her a little head piece. Okay. There's one. And two. These are teeny. Okay. I hear the kid playing in his room, and his new thing lately is the Hulk. So I imagine that is what he's playing. He got a pair of Hulk gloves, and that's all he could talk about. We went and saw Palm and Tammy in the office today, and that's all he wanted to tell them about was his Hulk gloves. That's my kid. Okay, one more. Promise. Okay. Ooh, guess what else just opened up, you guys? Sign-ups for CHA Anaheim next year. I'm so excited. They posted it this last week. Okay, so we have our little feathers. We're going to go ahead and glue those down. Where is my glue? Okay. Oh man, I'll use the gel medium. Okay, let's just tack these down just a little bit so they stay. And they don't have to be exact wherever you want to place them. They're fun little accent pieces. Gosh, darn it. I'm going to draw little lines. Just like that. Okay. Stay. I'm going to take my matte medium again just to go over it so it's all covered. This is Fabric Tack. Fabric Tack glue. It's by Beacon Adhesive. I use it for everything. I'm just going to finish these with the matte medium just so they all have the same texture. The whole cover has the same texture. Okay. So we have that. Now we get to go and decorate. I'm going to put this aside, let it dry a little bit. Now that our box is dry, what you could do is you could take your paint pins, like I talked about earlier, and you can doodle over the top of the, you gotta pump them if you haven't used them in a while. It's not gonna work. You could use your paint pens to draw on top of the color blooms, which is really awesome. Here, let's see. This one's probably gonna work. Okay, here's another one. I'll use this one. And that's another cool part about the gel, the color blooms, is you can use other art mediums over the top. You're not limited at just using the sprays. You can use them on top of like gel medium, or you could use them with gesso. You could use other mediums on top of them, like charcoal pencils, or these pens, or regular acrylic paint. Because they are a water-based spray, you're able to mix and blend with other mediums really easily. So I'm just coloring them in. You don't have to be exact. Just having fun with it. When you want a little more ink, you just pump the tip. Now you could have used a spray on top of your spray here, but they would have blended in a little too much. You want a little more pop of color, I'd use the paint pens on top of the spray. Keep going all the way around. I'm not being as precise as I should be, or as my weirdness wants me to be, right? Okay. You can make like a chevron pattern. I'll show you how I did little scallops on the lid. Keep going. Any questions? I like the Montana because they're refillable. Most of your acrylic paint pens are refillable. You can get bottles about what it would cost you to buy 2 or 3 markers, so it's not too bad. Okay, so my lid, I can go ahead and do some more doodling. So I can take my, let's go and take this black marker. It's a Crink pen. Do little scallops. Kind of have to squeeze these ones to help pressure the, maneuver the ink out. Go all the way around. My lid's still a little tacky from the art medium. Okay, so you can go all the way around with that. You could even use your little pen to draw. Oh, let me dry this real quick before I mess my pen up. I'm going to hit this with the heat gun real quick, you guys. Okay. I'm just looking to see if anybody brought up any questions, or I love the gold leaf pens too. And I got a lot of fingerprints on this lid and it looks kind of sad. Okay. I'll use my little pen to draw like strands that the feathers are held on with. They're hanging from her hair like a little Pocahontas. Okay. Now we can add our little embellishments. Oh, and this top, what I did is you see the gold frame around the top. that is with this crank pin. And you can use any gold foil pin to do this. This one has a really fine tip on it. And I just went through and drew my little scallop all the way around. You just make your little design. Fun and easy way to create a border without adding a lot of dimension. Just by using a couple pins, you can create a really fun look. Doodling is very popular right now. That doodled self or do-it-yourself look is really in. So you don't have to have the best handwriting or the nicest penmanship. Just a few little scallops or squiggles can really finish off a piece. I'm really liking the black ink writing. That India ink, you know, flowing pieces that I've been seeing on Pinterest. Awesome. Okay, the blue pen. This one is Montana Cans. The color is, I don't know. I don't know what the color is on this one, but it's like a teal color. I found it at Michael's. The gold one is a crink, and it is in gold. This is gold. It just says gold crink K12 marker. And it's fine tip. Kind of see if I can get get it to focus. And you can see the price tag on it. And this was from Blix. I found that Blix is really the cheapest for these pens, but it's so worth it. I apologize if it takes me a minute to answer questions. I have to kind of wait on Carrie, or not wait on Carrie, but wait for Carrie to tell me there's questions, because my computer's kind of it's kind of off to the side, so I apologize. And I thank Carrie for keeping me in the loop. Keep going around the edge. To make the gold stand out, what I did was I took another black, like just journaling pen, and I took that around the edge of the gold, which made that stand out even more. Keep going. And going, and going. Okay, so we have our nice little gold outline. Isn't that fancy, fancy? It's kind of it's an antique gold look. What most of your gold foil pins look like. Jamie, did you get? No, I didn't. I'm going in tomorrow. I have an appointment at our district. It's like a regional office, so I'll have it within a week. It's going to cost me an arm and a leg, but I'll have my passport. I got to go in tomorrow morning. I have an appointment. Okay, so once this is dry, you can go right around the edge of the gold and make that pop. I'm working on it. I'll have my passport sent in tomorrow. I may be broke afterwards, but I'll have my passport. If not, Carrie's gonna have to smuggle me in her luggage. Okay, so look to see. You could see the difference. Why aren't she showing up very well? You can see the difference between the side that I outlined and the side that I didn't. It just really adds kind of a finishing touch to that. Isn't that cool? All right, so now we gotta like kind of add some dimension. Gotta add the dimension in Prima Flowers. Oh, and this one, you could see how on the one I did, it just had the blue. What I did was I went and took the black paint marker, went around the edge, and then added some of the gold in there to tie in the top and the bottoms together. Where's my pins? So I'll show you guys on one of them. We just take the pin all the way around. And I kind of do it off canter so it's not perfect. Gives it more of a fun, funky look. And then I go in with the gold to kind of add some more shape. Okay. And so for now the other one, I'm hoping I'm not gonna have enough time to do another box, you guys. I'm sorry. I kind of threw the extra box in there just for hopes that we might. I'm gonna add some of my the chipboard. This is the chipboard that goes with the collection, the Bloom collection. We have sunglasses. Oops, we got a little dark there. We have sunglasses, and we have a couple of the Bloom girls. We have paintbrushes and feathers and flowers and little words. Fun little pieces. So I'm just going to take a couple little flowers with my little poppies. And all of the pieces in the collection, I hand painted. I hand painted all the designs in here, and then I uploaded and made them digital. So they're all my original artwork, which is kind of near and dear to me. I wanted to tell you guys that. No one else, you will not see anywhere else the same Bloom girl, or the same camera, or the same cup of brushes, which is pretty snazzy. Okay. So we are going to add a couple of our little chipboard pieces. I'm placing the pieces down before I actually glue them. I'm going to grab one of our flowers. And I love that the flower centers have like that gold look to them. They have like the gold finish, which is really pretty. Now, the item number on the chipboard is 980153. That's the chipboard. And the flowers that I'm using are 575120. Okay. Let's see. And then let's add one of our, not one of our flares. The flare is a little too big for this one. I'm going to find one of my brads. I love the brads because they come in 2 different sizes, plus you get the little candy dots, and you get a couple of these little banners with the brad as well. And they have little words and a couple of the girls' faces. I'm going to just take one of the brads out, and it says like creative mind, let's create, live, love. I'm just going to take one of the girls out. Sorry. Yeah, I do. I have new goodies coming your way in the summer. I'm excited. I think these stamps are even better than the first batch, you guys. And I think I showed Carrie a couple of them, so as I was working on them, so maybe she'll tell you if they are better or not. Okay, I'm just going to take the back off, and I'm going to glue this straight onto. I took the sticky back off and all. I just have plain chipboard. Come on. Come on. Dang it. I'm going to hide my little stem, my loopses. I'm going to stack those off to the side. This one I'm going to pop up with a foam square. What I did was I cut the legs off of my brad so that I could actually just use it as an embellishment. And I like that they have the thin legs because it makes it easier to cut off. So I'm going to just tuck that up here. I'm going to move this flower up just a little bit. And then I'm going to glue my teal flower like so. Just like that. Now, she has a little heart on her face right here. I like adding those little just touches here and there. So you can just sketch in a little heart, color it in, and then you have a finished little box that you can hand out for a gift or keep little trinkets in. You could do some of the a little bigger that you can keep your odds and ends embellishments in. Isn't that fun? You can also use the stamps to stamp kind of the create, and those are the two boxes. I was asked about a Bloom guide today, actually, in the office of a Prima. No, I don't have enough time to do another box. But if I make the other one, I will definitely post pictures up on the Live with Prima page. And one that looks like me again. You already had your Carrie stamp. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, March Madness or Color Bloom March Madness is happening right now. Visit the blog daily and the Facebook page every day, and we have a new project up. I had one with one of my albums. Where is the album? This one right here was up on the blog earlier, and I gave a full picture tutorial on how to create the cover of this album with the Bloom sprays and the stamps and everything. Oh, thanks you guys. Now back to the Bloom guys. I have one in mind, and it's probably gonna have a mustache on him, and we'll see if they want to go for it or not. We'll do one. We'll try one out. Okay. It won't be very boy. It'll be more man. I hope that's okay. Oh, let me go get my project for Art Venture real fast. I'll be right back. Oh. Not yet. Sure, come and say hi real quick. Okay. I had it in the other room because I had a store looking at it. So this is the canvas we're going to be making. The actual canvas you guys will be getting is going to be actually a 10 by 10. This is an 8 by 8. So you guys are going to have a little bit larger piece to work on, but this is the project we're going to be creating. Isn't that cool? And you know, all we're doing is using one of the stamps. It's actually the same exact stamp we used on the box. On this box tonight is the same stamp we're going to be using in the class. And I'll be showing you how you can use them on raw wood and how you could use the Color Bloom sprays. The Color Bloom sprays are the background. We use watercolor pencils for the face. Hold on. And this is one of the projects. And we're going to also be doing another album. But if you guys were at Art Venture Anaheim, it's going to be a totally different album cover. We'll be learning a couple new techniques, so it's not going to be a repeat of last time. We are going to be working with the Color Bloom sprays on that one as well. I love the gold leaf or gold foil. It looks so pretty on the raw chipboard. We're going to have a lot of fun. Somebody wanted to say hi to you guys. He hasn't been on in a while.
Hi!
Oh, thank you. Any questions before we sign off? What, you got, headache? No.
I am busy first. They got busy first.
Yeah.
I kind them.
Don't worry about it. All right, you guys. Thank you for coming tonight. Again, if I do the other box, which I'm going to, I'll make sure to post pictures on Live with Prima so you can take a look at it. It's going to be more of a shabby, chic, vintage look to it. And let me know what you guys think of the stamps. Definitely keep me posted, good and bad, because I want to make sure that you guys really like them and want to see more stamps. So if you guys have any negatives, let me know as well. All right? And if you post any projects, make sure you let me know as well, because I love sharing your guys' work. We're all in it together, right? Right. Okay. So have a good evening. I'm going to point the camera down so I can sign off and everything. Have a good week. Again, next Tuesday is Sharon. She's going to be doing a canvas. Watch out, Q-Man. Thank you.